Hey fellow garage golfers, rolling here with Garage Golf, where we provide extraordinary golf info for the extraordinary golfer. As you see in my hands, I got the brand new Skytrak Plus. I'm going to do a full unboxing for you guys today, show you how to set this up, and we'll actually hit some shots on it, show you a little bit about the gameplay, and answer all your questions at home. This is one that I've been super excited to test out. Lots of good things that I've heard so far, but I haven't yet tested it myself. So let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed, show you a little bit more at home. Stay tuned and check it out. All right, thanks again for watching and welcome back. Obviously you see here at Garage Golf, some things have changed. We're here in our brand new commercial facility. Make sure you take a look at our video where we kind of introduced you and showed you around, but what you see right behind me is gonna be one of our new enclosures, which is the SIG 10 enclosure with the putting simulator flooring. Really, really awesome. That's brought to you by our friends at the Indoor Golf Shop. I'll put a link if you're interested in the SIG 10 enclosure and the SIG 10 setup, but overall, a really, really cool setup. This is gonna be my go-to for a whole lot of videos moving forward. And we are going to be testing, again, the Skytrak Plus today. So if you're new here at Garage Golf, make sure that you subscribe, click that bell notification so you're alerted of more videos like the one you're watching here today. We're gonna be pumping out a whole lot of new content. This is one of several new launch monitors that I have that I'm gonna be testing here on the channel for you guys at home. So again, our whole purpose here is if you have any questions, I'm your eyes and ears. We're gonna be testing this personally for you. I don't sell any products directly, I just give you honest feedback. The one thing I do ask from you guys at home is if you are interested in purchasing something, that you reach out to me. I'll send you our affiliate links for it. We do get compensated from those links when you use them, but at no additional cost to you. And as always, we're always here to answer any questions you have, and we provide honest feedback for you guys at home on any products that we've tested. We don't have any ties to any particular product or brand. And that's the whole appeal of what we do, and it's completely free of charge to you. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're gonna do is unbox this. I'm gonna show you what comes in it. We actually do have the case for it as well, so we'll go ahead and set it up in the case. We'll get it set up. I'll show you on the PC a little bit more of what you would see when you first set up your Skytrak, so you know what you're looking at. And then we'll take some shots, we'll get some gameplay going on, and show you a little bit more about the Skytrak Plus here at Garage Golf. All right, so of course we started unwrapping the plastic here that we get, and it does come with the Skytrak card as well. That'll give you all the info that you need when you go to set up your Skytrak Plus. I'm just gonna take that plastic off really quickly. I'll put that aside. All right, so let's go ahead and open this thing up here. All right, so pretty cool packaging right out of the box. You got the practice, play, compete there. Charge your Skytrak before your first use. Download the Skytrak software application. Choose from Skytrak's direct Wi-Fi connection through the network mode, and then play, start your Skytrak experience, and take your game to the next level. So here we have the device. Down here you have all the connections, and this is gonna be probably how you fit everything into the actual case that you can also get here with the Skytrak Plus. Here you see the back. Got a USB-C connector right there at the power cord. Here is the top of the device. And it's gonna have your signal to kind of give you an idea on if you've been connected or not. And here we have the Skytrak device itself. Cool logo. I like that it's in white. You got the laser aperture here. And of course you want to protect this thing, so I do recommend that you get a case with it, of course. And then also in the packaging is going to be, you get a little bag here. You get your cable connection guide, your official quick start guide, and then the bag, pretty nice little bag. You're going to have your cord for the actual device. And again, it's a USB-C to USB-C. Sorry, USB-A to USB-C. USB-C will plug into the Skytrak. Here you have a USB-C to a USB-C cord as well. So you got a couple different options there. And you get a little box. This will probably be your wall plug. And that's exactly what it is. It's a wall plug. And that's where the other end of that USB-C will come into play. So you can plug it directly into the wall as well to charge it. And I am going to go ahead and charge the Skytrak before I use it. So I'm going to use one end of the USB-C to plug into the outlet. In the back of the Skytrak, again, we have the power cord for the USB-C. We're going to plug that in there. And we're going to go ahead and plug this into our wall outlet, give it some time to charge, and then we'll be good to go using the unit. But in between then and now, I'm going to show you how to set everything up on the PC side of things as well. For the purpose of this video, I will be using a PC. You can also use this with an iPad or an iPhone, I believe, as well as Android devices. But I will double check on that, make sure that there's no questions there. But for today's purpose, I want to go ahead and link this directly with my PC. The other thing I'd like to show you is the case for the Skytrak. This is it looks like it's all 3D printed. Really cool case here. This is really nice. And you're going to have the ability, obviously, to slide your Skytrak in here, as you see it from above and from behind. And then basically you'll set it on the floor from there, kind of like you see there, facing towards you, just like before with the original Skytrak. You get an idea, obviously this case is a little bit bigger. It's not a metal case, this is a 3D printed case. It looks like made from good quality material. It is heavy duty, should withstand a shot quite well. And I do know that sometimes, I believe with the FMJ case before, people had issues with interference, so we'll see if we get any of that. But I'm assuming that may be a large reason why they decided to manufacture and create their own 3D case made out of a harder plastic type material. But again, I think it's pretty darn good quality from what I see as well. And lastly, with the case, did also come some screws that you may be able to see here. Hopefully you see it with the light. Just 3 small screws. You see down here, there are 3 small holes, and that's what you're going to use to attach your Skytrak to the actual case as well. And for the PC version, if you want to download the app on the PC or the software for the PC, all you want to do is go to shop.skytrakgolf.com/downloads. And here you're going to find the download Skytrak software for your PC link. You'll click on that. That'll take a few minutes to download, and then I'll bring you right back once it's done downloading. You go ahead and type in your info here, which I will finish up, and I'll bring you right back when I'm done. All right, so now we're in the Skytrak app, and you see me logged in here in the upper right-hand corner, and we see that we're still looking for a connection. So what I'm going to do now is take you back, show you how to connect the actual Skytrak Plus to the Skytrak app, and then we can get started with some actual gameplay. All right, so here's our next step with this whole process, and what we need to do is actually register our Skytrak Plus. So you can do that by getting to your device itself on the Skytrak application and logging in, going to your device and actually registering a device at that point. Or they also say you can go to shop.skytrak.com/register to register your device. So now I'm going to go ahead and add a new device. Here's my original Skytrak here. And I'm going to go ahead and add the new Skytrak Plus, and it's going to ask for your ESN number, which is going to be on your Skytrak itself. I'm going to input that. And then I will bring you right back after I'm done inputting that and see what we have here. All right, so I went ahead and added my ESN number and clicked on Add Device. And it popped up my actual device here, which I'll have some stuff blurred out just so you don't see it. But you're going to see Skytrak Launch Monitor. Even if you have a Skytrak Plus, just so you're aware, it's still going to show Skytrak Launch Monitor. As well as you see my previous Skytrak, which is a normal Skytrak as well, still indicates on here. So I'd like to see it say Skytrak Plus so there's no confusion, but this is the new one, this is the old one. And if you did purchase a package, say through the indoor golf shop, such as the Play and Improvement Plan, you're going to get a card that comes with the actual device that has a scratch-off code on the back. So you would go down here and click on Apply Prepaid Membership Card and put in the actual scratch-off code in here, and then it will upgrade you to your plan that you selected as part of your package. And that should be about it. So now that we've been registered, now it's time to connect our device, which I'm going to show you next. So now we're back on the Skytrak application. You still see looking for connection. What I'm going to do is click here, and I'm going to go into direct mode where the Skytrak emits its own Wi-Fi signal. And I'm going to go ahead and click on next. And we're going to go ahead and click on network mode, which is program your Skytrak unit to connect yourself to your wireless network just like a network printer. And I'm going to pick that one for this option. So I'm going to go ahead and click it, click select. And now it says for Skytrak Plus, which you see on the upper right-hand corner, Turn the Skytrak unit on. To broadcast Wi-Fi and connect in direct mode, the unit must display the top two right lights red, which I have 2 red lights in mine as well. And now it says connect to Skytrak Wi-Fi Plus. How do I do this? So basically on the PC, you're going to click the Wi-Fi icon and look for Skytrak Plus, and then the password will be Skytrak Plus. And now that I'm connected, you're going to see it actually is going to request a firmware upgrade. So I must upgrade before continuing to use Skytrak, so I'll click upgrade. I'll bring you right back once it's done upgrading. It will also reboot the unit, just so that's all going to be common if you're setting it up for the first time as well. All right, so my device is rebooting as we speak now, and I went ahead and closed out that message that I got once it was done. And it's going to say return to the Skytrak app and remain on this screen until the unit shows connected below. Well, you see down here, it's currently showing discovering. So in a minute, once it reboots itself, it should directly connect now at this point. And in that case, we can move on using direct mode if we want to, or we can proceed to network mode, which I will show you also. All right, so now my Skytrak Plus has been connected in direct mode, and what it's going to do now is it's going to ask me for if I want to connect in network mode. And when in network mode, the Skytrak will actually search for available networks and actually be connected directly to the internet. So I want to go ahead and do that for my setup. So what I did was I clicked on scan for networks. I found my network name, which will be here, that will be blurred out, and then I put in my password. And now what I'm going to do is go ahead and click on connect to network. This will be the final step to connect the Skytrak Plus to my actual network and put it in network mode. And so I went ahead and clicked it now, and it takes a little bit before everything will go. If you have any of those indicators below, you want to make sure that the middle light is solid yellow. And if you have any of these things going on, then you'll need to double check your setup and make sure that you have everything set up correctly with your network, in other words. So I completed my network wizard. And it says here that I'm going to want to go ahead and remain on the screen until the unit shows connected below. Your mobile device or PC will attempt to reconnect to the network that you just programmed to the Skytrak unit. If successful, you will see a network mode connection in the indicator below. If not, please check your Wi-Fi settings to make sure you did not reconnect to the wrong network. Once you are connected in network mode, close this window in the upper right hand to return to the dashboard. So here you see discovering, it's looking for that network, and as soon as I get a green light, I will let you know and we'll be good to move on to the next step. All right, and lastly, I was able to find my network, clicked on it, and I got the green light. And now you see at the bottom that I am now in network mode. So we're good to go. We're ready to start checking out what we have to play with here on the Skytrak application. As of right now, I don't have any of the simulator programs. I will add some here shortly. But for today, I'm just going to show you some of the actual practice mode and kind of give you an idea on what we have to work with, what's a little bit different from the original Skytrak, and what we're looking at here in terms of total quality with the device. So as you can see, we're 100% set up and ready to go here with our Skytrak. I have already mounted it into the Skytrak case, the Skytrak Plus case. Here you see everything attached here. Got the laser dot going. Don't ever look directly into the laser. I won't shine it on the camera, but don't ever look directly into that laser. It's dangerous. Make sure you don't do that. It does have a cool little handle case for it. Again, 3D material. It does have screws here as well. If you have a setup where your mat is higher than where you're going to be placing your Skytrak, you're going to want to raise these down or lower these down, raise the screw up and tighten it. You want it the exact same height pretty much as where you're hitting from. If you're going to have it on the exact same mat, similar to what I have here, you want to have it as flat as possible. At least that's the way the original Skytrak was, so that's what I'm assuming is the case with this one. Again, a laser dot, so that's something we'll have to see where we can place the ball, what we're doing in regards to some of the shots. So for today, I'm just going to be on the driving range a bit, show you a few shots. I'm going to be getting access to some of the simulator programs as well. So I'll be able to show you like E6 and maybe TGC moving forward also. But I want to kind of get a feel for the Skytrak Plus and see how it kind of interacts, what it does, what the improvements are, what kind of club data we're going to be getting. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to go ahead and set this down. We'll get it ready and we'll start taking some shots. We're also going to see how picky the Skytrak Plus is with alignment, because I know we had some issues with the original Skytrak with the alignment, and each Skytrak kind of was a little unique on how you had to set it up to have a perfect alignment rolling straight. Again, it does have an alignment rod holder, so if you have an alignment rod, or even you can use probably even a club like an iron to set it there. Just to give you an idea, But you'll want to set up your alignment rod here in the tray, which is built in, 3D printed, which is nice. And then we can see from there, again, the Skytrak's a little closed. So we want to open that up a bit to make it pretty much square with that target. That's a little open, so very finicky, right? So just want to make sure we have it as accurate as possible. See how that looks? I think that looks pretty good for where we're at there. So we have it aligned, we have the laser dot ready. I think we're good to go. And of course, one of the great things about the Skytrak is you can use any golf ball that you want. In my bay here, I have some Unicore QED marked golf balls. Don't need to use those. I got some Strixons and some Titleist in my hand, so we'll be hitting some of those today. And I want to show you a little bit more about the app with the Skytrak Plus. And let's see what kind of club data we get. Again, no stickers required because it's going to calculate that club data. So I'm curious to see how that does and what we're looking at there. Couple things on the screen under session settings. You can pick which kind of setting you want for the camera angle, of course. My favorite has always been follow ball. I feel that's the best looking one. It gives you a better idea what you're looking at. Tracers, I like to leave at 50 shots, graphics maximum. I do like to have the center line, the range markers. So everything here I like to leave on. I leave total shot dispersion. I leave as total instead of carry. Main distance view, I leave as total instead of carry. Dominant hand is right. Ball spin, I leave as side spin as opposed to spin axis. Course conditions are normal. Now I moved to Florida, so I changed my altitude. I'm literally 9 meters, I believe. I'm actually only 3 meters here above sea level. So we're going to change that and see how that affects my ball flight. Used to be from San Antonio where it's 1,500. So that's something that's obviously a little bit different. And lastly, if you want to adjust your offset, you can easily do that by going to the settings tab, pick the actual camera angle and drop down to adjust offset. And that will actually allow you to change where you're hitting the ball from. So let's line that up here really quickly. I think right about there looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit apply. The other thing that you can do that you always wanna do, I'm gonna start off with my 9-iron just to get some shots in today. So let's go ahead and pick our club as well, which we click here on the circle down here at the bottom. We can go into the club you're gonna pick, and again, I got a 9-iron. If you wanted to do a practice area, you can go to settings and pick up a green. So let's say my 9-iron goes anywhere between 110 and 120 yards. So I'm gonna set my 9-iron at let's just set it at 120 for now, see how I do. I'm gonna hit apply. Now I'm gonna have a green to actually aim at as well. So as far as the app itself, not a whole lot of changes here, right, since the regular Skytrak, but you do see some more club data as well. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a shot. Now, trying to see here if I am in the actual updated version of this or not. I got my ball right on the laser dot. We're gonna hit a 9-iron here, see how we do. Really poorly. Really bad, my first swing of the day. That was horrible, but I went 120 yards, 119. Let's hit another one. Now shot detail, let's see if I'm missing any settings here. All right, and lastly, let's go to down here. This looks very similar to the original app. So I was wondering if I even had the updated app since this is my first time using the Skytrak Plus. But let's go ahead and go to shot detail down here. And now you see a whole bunch more stuff. We got a launch angle, backspin, descent angle, club path, side spin, face to path, face to target, shot scope. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this up now and see if we hit another shot, how that does. Hit that first one really poorly. Much better there. Nice flight. Smoked that 9-iron, 139. Much, much better shot. See some club data face to target over there. Club path inside 0.8 degrees. Closed face, face to target 1.1. Smash factor 1.33. 5184 for the backspin. So this is pretty neat, lots of cool data. And I've always thought that the Skytrak had one of the best apps out there, even as a cheaper device. I've always felt the Skytrak to be one of the best apps. I would still use it for things like club mapping or bag mapping in my club, you know, so making sure that I have the right dispersions. Let's hit another one and see how we do here. Another good strike there. Again, you notice still a delay with the Skytrak Plus. I don't think it's as long as a delay with the Skytrak. So definitely hitting that 9-iron far. 134 there. 5808 backspin, descent angle 46 degrees. Club path, -1.3 to the left, face path. So you're getting lots of club data there on the right. All your ball data there on the left, as well as optimal ranges. So 5808, optimal range 7,200 to 8,000. So I'm not spinning the ball very well with that 9-iron. Which is common for me. I'm more of a picker. I don't get a lot of divots, so I don't see a ton of spin with my shots normally. Let's take one more shot and we'll move it around here. Little right there. All right, so ball pass seems true to life with what I'm seeing where it hits the screen. And let me know what you guys think about my setup here, the SIG 10 enclosure. One thing I could tell you though, if you have never tested the enclosure from Shop Indoor Golf, the SIG 10 enclosure, specifically SIG 12, SIG 8, this is probably the best screen that I've ever hit on, to be honest with you. It's very thick, it's durable. I know that they've done some testing side by side with some other big names out there, and it puts them to shame. So it's a really, really cool screen. Not a lot of bounce back, as you see. I love the putting floor. That's kind of a big upgrade, obviously, for a lot of people, but if you're looking for a putting green setup with a simulator, this is ideal. I putt in here all the time now. I'm gonna be doing a lot of my putter videos moving forward as well in here as we continue to go. But let's go ahead and move down a little bit to probably a 5-iron, take some shots with that. Let me know what you think of the Skytrak Plus so far. All right, so we moved down to the 5-iron now, and I went ahead and set up my green at 170 yards away down there, so we'll see if we can hit that. And I'll take about 4 more shots with the 5-iron. So one thing I'm noticing is, so far, you know, it's read every single shot. I know that was always an issue with the first Skytrak. And I think at the end of the video, I'm just gonna hit some really horrible shots, which I'm great at doing. We'll hit some skulls, we'll hit some, you know, off the toe and see if it's gonna not read anything. As far as the laser dot, it's the exact same size as the first laser dot, but from Skytrak's website, it mentions a hitting area that's about 40% bigger. So I'm not even gonna place the ball on the dot here. I might place it an inch or 2 behind or in front and see if that changes anything. So let's put this one 2 inches behind the ball, and behind the laser, and let's just see if it reads it and what happens there. Got a 5-iron again, trying to shoot for about 170. Might see some bad shots here, and I'm not gonna edit those. I'm just gonna show them to you. That's a low off the toe. So yeah, so that read that one just fine. So 157, not a good shot, but it read it. Didn't take very long to read it, and I didn't have it on the dot. I'm gonna put it 2 inches towards me now, away from the dot. So the dot's on this side of the ball. Let's hit another one, see if it reads it. The one thing, I don't know if you can change it yet, I haven't gotten to it, but I want that shot detail screen up all the time. I like that better. It has more data. So we'll see. Maybe I just haven't played with it yet, but I like that screen better. Let me know your thoughts, but I think it has everything that you want on that screen. It's a little bit bigger, but to me, that's what I want. I want to see as much as possible. Take another shot. Better shot there. Okay. All right, so 170, perfect. Hit the target. Shows my club data there. Face the target close, 4.4. Club path 1.8 outside. 33.37. Again, my spin's a little bit low, but it's reading everything. It's working well. I'm happy with what I'm seeing. It read that shot. Had it 2 inches this way. I'm going to put it 2 inches this way now, that side. And let's see what it does. Another good shot. Okay, let's see what happens when the ball lands All right, I'm seeing a little bit more of a true roll. On the other app, I always thought it kind of just skipped as it landed or just kind of stopped immediately, you know. I want to see that true roll, get an actual hole-in-one, see if that's a possibility. Not that I'll ever do it, but I'd like to have it at least realistic. Like, I think one of the best ones that I've seen is Foresight's app on their driving range. Really, really cool. You know, it looks like the ball's rolling pure. Let's take one more shot. So far, it's read every single shot I've hit in any testing I've done, so that's good. Really bad shot. All right, good. This is what I want, though. I want to see if it reads any type of shot, because I'm not a great golfer, obviously. I'm about an 18 handicap. That's not why you guys watch the channel, right? So let's hit one more. It read it, though. So a lot of times on the other Skytrak, I'd hit a horrible shot, and it just wouldn't read it, or I'd hit a really good shot, and it wouldn't read it, you know? So far, so good there. Not my best shot either, but it's in the air. All right, so it's reading it good. I'm hitting the target, which is just luck, purely. But I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's reading everything. Everything's working so far. Now let's move up to the driver. That one will be fun. We'll put a tee down, see if it reads that, where I need to place the tee, anything like that. Maybe a couple lob wedge shots as well, just to see what kind of feedback we're getting from the Skytrak Plus. In my hands, I have the new Callaway Paradigm driver. That'll be a video coming out shortly on the channel from a mid-handicapper's perspective. For the dot, I put the burr tees right on top of the dot. So let's test that out first and foremost. And my swing speed's not very high, obviously. So later on, we'll try to get some more higher swing speeds in here to test out for you. And just kind of test out a little bit of everything with the Skytrak Plus to see what we're seeing. But I've been impressed so far. I've been happy with it. I like the look of it. I like the design. It does have the laser dot, but you know, you can move it if you needed to. Down here on the floor, I have the Sig Pro Softy, my favorite all-time mat that I've ever tested. I'll put a link for that as well if you have any questions on the Sig Pro Softy. If you're building a setup and you just want to have a mat, cheap mat that you stand on and want something really good to hit off of, the Sig Pro Softy is $199, one of my favorite products. I've done a full review on it. And let me know if you have any questions on that. But let's take a shot with the driver. This should be fun. Okay. Not very good, but it read it. 202. I'll be really honest with you guys. I've not played a true round of golf in probably 6 months. I moved from San Antonio to Florida. All my stuff was in storage. This is really my first video that I've done in here to kind of hit clubs and show off, other than a net one that I released recently. So bear with me on the swings a little bit. I know my swing's not great, but let's just keep practicing and testing that Skytrak. Oh my God. Horrible right now. But it's good to know, hey, if you miss a shot like that, a lot of times you got bailed out by that other Skytrak. No bailing out here. It read that one even, which I'm super surprised. I keep it 100% real here, guys. So we're going to keep that one in there. We're going to hit another one. Another really bad swing. 200-yard carry, 199 carry, but it's reading it. Seems to be accurate. That's exactly where I hit it, I'll be honest with you. So a couple more shots. I'd like to hit a good one on camera. That'd be awesome. Just I don't look like I completely suck all the time. All right, a little better. Getting better, getting better. 220 carry, 219 carry, 234 total. Only 3 feet above sea level. That factors in. One more shot. Getting better and straighter. 213 carry. 92 ball speed, or 92 club speed, 133 ball speed. My club speed normally between 90 and 100, so that's about average. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here, guys. I really do. It's read every shot that I've hit. I'm gonna hit some flop shots, maybe 3 flop shots, see if it reads those, and so far, so good with the Skytrak Plus. Now, what I have in my hands at this point is a 58 degree. If you have ever been an original Skytrak user, you will know you had a hard time with flop shots. You either had to place it in front of the dot, behind the dot, pretty much a whole kind of combination of the two, and just hope and pray that it would read those shots a lot of times. Spotlight on the ball, not on the ball, all kinds of stuff, right? So you felt my pain if you've been there before. Now, that being said, the Skytrak was a phenomenal product 5 years ago. It was probably the best product out there. It was, technology-wise, it was cutting edge at the time, right, 5, 6 years ago. And it brought down that golf simulator, golf launch monitor market from like $10,000 for that GC2 down to $2,000, which a lot of people could afford, right, myself included. That's how I got started with everything here, was the Skytrak. Did have its frustrations, did have issues, but I probably helped people buy more Skytraks than any other device combined in the past 5 years. So I believe in the product. I think it's a good product, and I think the Skytrak Plus has a lot of potential moving forward. Let's test some 58 degrees and see how we do. I'll hit 3 of them, make sure it reads all 3. I'll try to even hit 1 flop shot if I don't mess that up. But let's get started. Just a normal shot here with a 58 degree. Okay, good shot. All right. 85.36 total spin. It read that just fine. Let's move on to the second shot. All right, so for our second shot, let's try to hit a little flop shot. Open up our stance, open up the club. Okay, read that just fine. That's good, that's a good sign. All right, let's hit 1 more. So that was a good sign on the flop shot. So I like that. I'm gonna hit 1 more normal shot again. I'm really been impressed so far with this. It's reading all 58 degree normal shots just fine. Getting good spin on it. It's reading everything. So far, very, very impressed with the Skytrak Plus. I didn't have it not read a shot. I'm going to play with more flop shots down the road, so let me know if you have any questions on that. But open face flop shots, I mean, we're probably talking something like, with a 58 open face, you know, open address, probably something like a 62, 63 launch, you know, so it still read that. That was impressive. So I'm really pleased with it so far. One other thing in regards to menus and settings and things, you have this numeric display, which will give you a whole lot of stuff all in one category as well that you can select from the drop-down button on the top. So it pretty much has almost everything that they calculate on there: offline, face to path, club data, yardage, carry, total distance, total max height. Another really cool feature as well. And then lastly, if you wanted to have as well something where you just kind of come in here and mess around, there's also a randomizer feature that you can select in regards to certain things. You can switch to randomizer right here, have it select what distances you want to hit, anywhere in between, say 104 to 220, and apply it, and it'll automatically pop up your shots the next time. So now it wants me to hit something 215 in regards to the pin, for example. So really, really cool data that the Skytrak Plus, Skytrak app has at your disposal for just the basic app, or just the app that you get in regards to your subscription that you select. All right, so to sum it up, overall, really, really impressed with my first initial, checking out of the Skytrak Plus. I think it's a really, really cool device. For right at $29.99, 3,000 price point, it's kind of set in a price point that's by itself in relation to competition. So you have some other devices that are a little higher, a little bit lower. Do I think it's an upgrade from the Skytrak? Absolutely. I was very impressed with it reading almost every single shot that I hit. I think it did read everything today that I've hit. I'm going to continue to test that though, hit a lot of flop shots, hit drivers, see if I'm getting any misreads. I'll give you continuous updates on the channel, but this is just the first impressions. I'm also going to incorporate simulator play with the Skytrak Plus. You'll see a lot of Skytrak Plus moving forward. I also have several other launch monitors. We're going to have the full swing kit We're gonna have the Bushnell Launch Pro. We're going to have both Unicores, the Unicore QED, IXO, and the iMini at my disposal from now on, as well as cheaper devices such as the Garmin R10 and the Rapsodo MLM2 Pro. So I have a lot of things here that we'll be able to test for you. If you want to see something, let me know. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, make sure to subscribe, click that bell notification, join our Facebook group. That's where we communicate with anyone who follows our channel directly. You can ask questions on there. You can reach out to me directly on there. And if you have any simulator needs at home, again, please reach out to me. Check out our website at www.mygaragegolf.com or email me directly, roland@mygaragegolf.com. Again, I want to thank Shop Indoor Golf for everything that they've done to assist. If you want to shop for anything golf simulator related, it's a really, really good company. They're not sponsoring this video in any way, but they've been a really, really good partner of mine. I send a lot of my people to them, but again, reach out to me first. I'm gonna line you up with good products. I can help you with any products with almost any company out there, but I'm also gonna steer you in the right direction and make sure that you get quality and you get the most that you can get for your budget. That's really important to me. So let me know if you have any questions. As always, until the next time, keep on golfing. We'll see you guys on the next one. Skytrak Plus so far, 2 thumbs up for me, but I'm gonna continue to test it and answer your questions at home. We'll see you guys really soon. Thanks again.